Can you hear me okay? I know it's hard when you can't hear. 7 years ago, when I was 50 years old, I was a picture of health. I'm a registered nurse since I was 21. I decided to get a checkup at the doctor, and a computer said I'm due for the Tdap vaccine booster. We're taught to take vaccines and that they're good for you, so of course I took it. A month later, I collapsed, neurological paralysis. I could hear Mark talking to the 911 operator on and off, and I was a silent scream. I was in so much pain. I felt like my head was being lifted off of my head and my brain was sinking down into my neck. And like somebody had ripped and shredded my diaphragm apart. And that's probably how it feels when animals get bit by a snake or something, because you know their diaphragm gets paralyzed. I couldn't breathe. He almost started CPR. Fast forward, I'm in the hospital. Doctors do multiple tests. They don't know what to do with me. Does that sound familiar from 2020? We don't know what kind of virus you have. So anyway, I had multiple therapies since then, and I was getting paralyzed every day. I would turn to the left and get paralyzed. My brain was so damaged because it crossed my blood-brain barrier, the vaccine. And then I met Jan. Where is she? Jan Angel Kennedy. And I didn't even know her. We were at church. I'm still hobbling around with my walker and in a lot of pain, and I didn't have a voice. I couldn't talk because one of my vocal cords was completely paralyzed. So most of the time it was paralyzed, except when I did hyperbaric oxygen therapy. Then for a day or two it would fix and then go back to whispering and sounding like Minnie Mouse. My husband hated it, and I couldn't talk anyway because it would make me get paralyzed because my diaphragm didn't handle the push. And so she put the patch on the back of my neck, and in 10 minutes I got my voice back. I could not believe what was happening. It's the X39, and it started going straight to that neurological portion where it started fixing my vocal cord. It's been 6 months. I'm not using my walker anymore, and I'm almost going to start to drive. I'm feeling like my neurons in my brain have been replaced, and I can turn and multitask. And we've got 6 guests in town staying with me. They drove down 6 hours, and some of them flew in from Arizona for another event we had here, and just to come to this event and support Marcy and me, because it's just so shocking. I can actually talk to them on the phone now. I always have to text for 7 years. So I'm telling you guys, this stuff works. It's not a placebo effect. Look at the video, Horses Don't Lie. Whoever signed you up or whoever brought you here today, there's a video, Horses Don't Lie. And they put it on a horse that's in pain, and it just starts walking without pain. Joe is a horse farrier, and he knows all about horses. But anyway, I'm telling you guys, this, like Marcy said, just share the light. Look at her story, look at my story. I've seen Heaven's Gates 3 times, but I'm here for such a time as this to share the light with as many of you as we can. This world is dark. People are hurting. Everybody's used to having pain. Oh, this is the way it's going to always be. No, it doesn't have to be. This reverse ages you and replaces your diseased cells with your baby stem cells. So share the light. This is real, you guys.